I also can't seem to go to the library without picking up too many books. That's, I think, when the news really started to hit me. Hello and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Erin and I'm so glad that you're visiting my channel today. This is going to be a little bit of a longer vlog than I've made previously. I have a big life update, which I'll be going into more detail about later in this vlog, so stick around. But in the meantime, I'm going to be heading out to the library, so I thought I would take you all with me. I'm ready to go, and I'm attempting to rock some shaggy bangs today, even though my bangs have grown out quite a bit. So we'll see how long that this look lasts, but at the moment I feel kind of cool, so we'll go with it for now. But yeah, let's head out to the library. You want to help? Thank you. So I'm all done at the library, and I had one book on hold that I had requested, and it is a children's book that is written in both French and English. One of the goals that I have for 2024 is to improve my French, which I started learning on my own a couple of years ago, but then fell off track. And I realized that the library offers bilingual children's books. So hopefully with the little bit of French vocabulary that I do have, I can understand this story. And also I realized when I was picking it up that it is the year of the dragon for the Lunar New Year. So this just feels very fitting. I also can't seem to go to the library without picking up too many books. The House in the Cerulean Sea is one that I have been wanting to check out, and I just happened to find it on the shelves today, and so it's coming home with me. Now I'm going to head back home and probably make some lunch and carry on with the day. is a new day, obviously. Finley is, I guess, wanting to be a part of this bit of the video. I thought now would be a good time to share a little bit more about what is going on in my life and what has changed recently. If you are ready for story time, grab a cozy drink and settle in, because this will be a little bit more of a chatty section of the video. At the end of January, I was unfortunately laid off from my job of over 8 years. I won't go into a lot of specifics about what my job was, just because I want to avoid any accidental defamation. So if I'm being vague, it's intentional. I was not completely surprised that I was laid off, but it was still shocking. And I'll explain a little bit more. In the fall of 2023, there were some signs that indicated that in 2024, there would need to be some layoffs more than likely. None of us knew how many or what departments and that sort of thing. I had concerns when I took some vacation at the end of 2023, and when I came back to work in January, things seemed normal and seemed like they were progressing forward. So I felt, oh, okay, maybe my job is safe. So I just carried on, with work as usual. And then the last full week of January, I found out that I was one of the people that was being laid off because my position, which was an administrative coordinator position, was being eliminated for my region. I was not the only person that was laid off within the company. There were hundreds of employees who were laid off. As far as losing my job itself, my job was not like my dream job, but it was still an excellent job, and it, provided for our family and gave us, financial stability and benefits and all those things that you would expect from a full-time job. The layoff was shocking because I thought I was safe, but then turns out that I wasn't. And because we are a single income household while Cynthia is finishing her bachelor's degree, it is significantly impacting our family. I am very grateful and very fortunate that I am receiving a severance package because I was laid off through no fault of my own. So that will help to buy us, some time while I look for a new job. One of the things that I've been doing since I was laid off, I've been trying to find a new routine. The first 2 days, everything that I was like doing throughout the day, it felt so surreal. And I kept having to remind myself, you don't have this job anymore. When Saturday morning came around and I woke up and habitually started to go into my routine, I just felt so sad, because the truth is, obviously it's really devastating financially to have been laid off, but the piece of losing my job that has hurt the most is no longer being able to work with my colleagues. I've worked really closely with this particular team for almost 2 years. I have formed wonderful friendships with these individuals, and not being able to work with them from day to day just really, really saddened me. It's not that I won't ever speak to them again, because we have each other's, emails. I have told them all, I may not get to work with you now, but I'll just be bugging you in your personal life, so get ready. It's been really sad losing my coworkers in, being to interact with them in a professional capacity. But I'm really, truly grateful that I do get to keep them as friends, and now we'll just get to do fun stuff together. So I mentioned that I have been with this company for over 8 years. I have not been in the admin coordinator role for that entire time. I started out in a completely different position and changed over the years, and the admin coordinator role is what I've been in for almost 2 years. That was the other piece, that this particular company is the longest I've ever been with a single employer. I've tried so many different jobs over the years. Having been with a single employer for 8 years is truly significant. And I feel like I'm trying to find my bearings since being laid off. I don't feel lost per se, because I did have, plans beyond this role. It wasn't that I was going to be staying in this role forever and ever until I retired. I wasn't intending to leave this role this year because while Cynthia is still in school, I need to be earning a steady paycheck. One of the reasons that I started this channel and started putting more energy and time into content creation is being creative, and writing in particular are my areas of passion. And my absolute dream job would to one day be a published author. While working a full-time job, I decided having a YouTube channel would be one way that I could have a creative outlet that I could access now. I also feel like it's a way to hold myself accountable, and also to hopefully inspire others to pursue their own creative passions. My goal with this channel, I was thinking, this will be like something that I do outside of work and slowly build it up over time, commit to it where I can when I'm not working. Now that I no longer have a job, I feel I have this unique opportunity to commit more time and more energy into this creative outlet, and not just have it as an outlet, but really treat it more like my main thing. Now, I wish that I could say that I can just commit full time to content creation. Unfortunately, at this point, we don't have the financial luxury for me to do that. I will be looking for another full-time job, but with that in mind, I think that what I want to challenge myself with is, when searching for a job, I really push myself to go for jobs that in the past I've been too scared to apply for. I've often been curious about working in either like a small publishing firm, or like a literary agency, or with a magazine or a newspaper, something in that sort of realm. In the past, I was just too afraid. I didn't feel confident in myself to even apply to these positions. But this layoff just has sort of shaken me up and has shown me that the thing that I thought was stable and reliable wasn't. I have been postponing pursuing my dream ultimately because I, one, was afraid, but then also felt like, well, I need to be able to pay my bills and provide for myself and provide for my family. So I made the adult smart decision and took a job that I thought was always going to be there as long as I wanted it. Now I just feel sort of freed up in a way that I don't want to not go for something simply because I'm scared. In fact, if I do feel scared, that's probably an indication that it means something to me. I don't know exactly what kind of jobs I'm going to be applying for, but I just know that I'm going to really challenge myself to go more towards a creative field and to push myself out of my comfort zone. Yeah, that's my big life update. I was laid off from my job of over 8 years, and it still kind of feels surreal to say it out loud. In some ways, I forget that I've been laid off because I'm still in some of those very established habits from when I did work. One of the other things that I've been trying out this week especially is trying to shake up the order in which I do things, because now I kind of have like a blank canvas as far as my schedule goes. I can film when I want to, I can get up when I want to. I'm just allowing myself some experimentation time in sort of discovering a new routine for myself. And I've even started to shower in the morning. I typically shower at night. I think I'm wanting to cue to my mind and my body, like, hey, this is a new chapter. This is a new part of your life, and it's okay to like figure it out as you go. I think that's all I want to say for now. I think now I'm actually gonna go take a walk. I'll see if Finley, who's curled up on the couch right now, if she will want to go with me, because I'm sure she will be excited. Good morning and happy Friday. I just did a really funny thing. I use my phone to film these videos, and I mostly use the back camera, but sometimes I'll use the front facing camera. And I think I must have hit the front facing camera when I intended to use the back camera. I'm having to refilm this, but I just finished breakfast. I thought I would go ahead and pack up all of the work items that I need to ship back to headquarters. And I don't remember if I mentioned earlier in this vlog that the other day I received the prepaid box with shipping label to return these materials to headquarters. I've been expecting it, and it arrived a couple of days ago. I feel ready to close this chapter, and I feel that once I have all of these items that I need to return packaged up and shipped off, it's going to feel like I've closed this chapter in my life and I can move on to the next one. So I'm looking forward to packing up those things, and I think I'm going to go take care of that now. It is Saturday, early evening. Yesterday, I went to the UPS store and dropped off the box of items that needed to go back to headquarters, and Cynthia very sweetly went with me. I was really surprised that when I taped up the box, a lot of different feelings came up for me. I think it was at that moment, sort of the gravity of like 8 years with this particular employer being completely done. And yeah, I had some surprising feelings come up that I wasn't expecting. And so I was really grateful to have Cynthia support me. And today when I woke up, I, went outside with Finley and heard the birds singing, and I felt a lot better. I felt lighter, and I really feel like I'm in my new chapter, and I'm really hopeful. I'm really excited, and I'm just open to seeing where it takes me. Editing Erin here. I wanted to insert this clip because it has been 9 days since the last time that I picked up the camera for this vlog, and I realized that a little bit more has happened since that last clip that you saw. And one of the goals that I have for my channel is I want my videos to be cozy. I want them to be inspirational and entertaining, but I also don't want to portray myself as someone who has it all together all the time, because I definitely don't. In fact, I'm curled up in bed right now and have a little like heating beanbag on me because I didn't get great sleep last night or the night before. Yesterday was one of those days where my anxiety was really high, and I got things done, but by the end of the day, I think I just was completely worn out, and I got home from grocery shopping and just started crying. And Cynthia put the groceries away and got me set up at the dinner table, and we ate dinner and watched the rest of a silly movie together. And yeah, I feel really worn out today, and I have very low motivation. I did do some job searching things this morning, and as much as I would love to find a job in a more creative field for where I live and what jobs are available right now, there just don't seem to be any open positions at the moment. So that
kind of put a damper on my mood that was already a little low. I guess my point in sharing this is just to say, like, just because I have a YouTube channel and I make these like really calming and peaceful and fun videos and I talk about books and stuff, it doesn't mean that I have my shit together 24/7. In fact, I haven't had my shit together, it feels like, recently. I feel like my routine is really off lately, and I haven't been sleeping very well, which is likely due to stress. But I do also have a lot going for me. I have a wonderful and supportive wife who is just amazing, and she has, you know, a full plate with going to school full time, and she has been so incredibly supportive and so comforting and encouraging through this entire process. And I'm really grateful to all of my friends who have reached out, my former coworkers who check in on me. And I know that I have a lot of support, and I'm very, very lucky. And I'll get through this. This is just a rough part that I'm in, and it won't always feel like this. It won't always be like this. And yeah, I think I just wanted to share that my life is not perfect, and I have down days, and I have really happy days too, and I have everything in between. One exciting thing that I would like to share, while I'm, you know, also looking for a regular job to pay our bills, I have still been doing a lot of work on content creation, and with this layoff from my job and having more time available as I look for work, I decided to create a Patreon, which I was intending to do in the future, but just decided to go ahead and create one. So that is in the very beginning stages, but I will be sharing more information on that soon. Also decided to finally, and I've been planning on this for years, to launch my own website. It isn't public yet because I'm still working through the template. I know that in order to have success as a professional writer, having a website to display your portfolio is a really, really helpful tool. So I'm working on that as well. And yeah, I have a lot going for me. And I think that in editing this video and seeing, you know, my past self feeling so positive and optimistic, it kind of helped to remind me on a day where I'm feeling quite low that I don't always feel this way. And there are days that, even though I still have anxiety, my hope is what sets the tone of my day. I'm really, really grateful for this channel. I'm really grateful to everyone who watches my videos, who comments, who likes, and just thank you so much for being here and for listening and engaging. And I hope that wherever you are, that you are safe, you are healthy, and that you have support around you. And if you find yourself in a really low spot, my heart goes out to you, and just know that you are not alone. And until next time, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.